Hi guys, it's Lynn with Curiosity Crochet. I hope you guys are still safe and healthy. Things seem to be getting back to a little bit of normal. I have a tutorial for you today. We're going to make a little clutch bag. I just used some yarn that I had laying around. I have this Red Heart Soft Essential Stripes. Like, the colors aren't ideal for a night bag, but I thought it was pretty. So, there's 110 yards in this skein, and I haven't hardly used any. Like, maybe half of this. And we just have a few more things to do on this, but it is a 5-weight. I recommend a 5-weight, just it'll hold up a little bit better. That's just my opinion. I like making bags with, 4 or 5-weight, 5-weight mostly. This is 100% acrylic, but it's, and of course it's soft, but it's still making a nice heavy material, and I like that. But I'm going to show you on different yarn how to do the piece, this piece here, and you're just going to work up a piece. Let me measure this for you guys real quick. Hold on one second. Sorry, I went looking for a tape measure and there wasn't one sitting here. So I made my piece. It's about 9.5 inches long. So just working the rows back and forth. And I'm going to show you how to do this. And then after you get your piece made, we're going to make a little asymmetrical flap. It's going to be real cute. And we're going to go around the whole thing. Then we'll put it together. And then I'm using this button here. It's about a 3/4 inch or 1 inch button. So I wouldn't use anything bigger than that. And then I'm going to put a little accent on it. So this will just hang from the side of it. But you can do yours however you want to, decoration wise. I'm all out of breath because I was running around trying to find my tape measure. Ugh. But yeah, so let's actually, oh, and I used a 6mm crochet hook. Oh, and I got my new hooks. They're nothing special, just something I got off Amazon. But something easier that I can show you what I'm using, and I can work with this better on camera. So, 6mm 5-weight yarn. If you're using 4-weight yarn, you might have to do a few more rows than what I did, and I don't even know how many rows I did, but you still want it to hit 9.5 inches. That should be good enough. And then when you fold it in half, that's the size of what your clutch is going to be. So let me show you how to make this piece, and then I'll let you go and you can make your piece. We'll meet back and finish it up together. So, you want to start with a slip knot on your hook. Let me check my notes. Hold on one second. Okay, yeah. So, you want to start with an odd number. And you don't want it real wide, but you can also make this as big or as small as you want to. It's totally up to you. It's your creative juices that are flowing. So, I'm just here to show you some stuff and make together what I've come up with. But if you want to go your own way with it, then that's what I want you to do. But I'm just going to do a small amount. I'm going to do like 13. You can do, I think I did 25 when I started. So somewhere in that area if you want it to be about the same size as mine. Okay, I've got my 13 here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to skip the first 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3. And in the 4th, we're going to put a double crochet. The stand for my camera is right here by my arm, and it is creating problems. But we're going to put double crochets all the way across for this first row. This is just a setup row. So we're just going to put double crochets all the way across for this first row. Well, I'm going to try. I guess it's not the hook, it's the angle, it's the way I have my camera set up. I thought maybe using a different hook would be easier, but you guys, I just can't get this right where I can be comfortable and actually show you guys this. I need the right kind of stand, I think, and I'm struggling to find out what to use. Okay. You're going to chain 1, and you're going to turn your work, and now we're just going to put single crochets all the way across. So first row is a setup. Single crochet is one of our repeat rows. So one row, you're going to do all single crochets across the top. And when you come down here to the end, you want to make sure you go in the top of that chain 3 that we skipped in the beginning. And you put a single crochet in there too. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3 for this row. 1, 2, 3. We're going to turn our work. Now, the rows are really just a 2-row repeat, but this row that we're about to do changes. So in between each double crochet row that we're going to do is the single crochet row. So that's always going to be in between. The only difference between this row and the one after that we do with the double crochet is how we start and finish. So right now, this is counting as our first double crochet. So for this one, so we're going to put another double crochet in the next stitch. Okay? So technically, we've started with 2 double crochets. We're going to skip this, and we're going to come down here. And we're going to put a front post double crochet down around that double crochet. Okay? Then we're going to put a double crochet. We're going to skip this one below because that's where we worked. And we're going to put a front post double crochet around the next. And that's what you're going to repeat. Just front post and then a double. And then front post and a double. Front post. And now when you come to the end of your row, we started with 2 doubles, so we're going to end with 2 doubles. So these last 2 stitches are just going to be double crochet. Now we're going to chain 1, turn, and we're going to do our row of single crochets. Now, another way to do this, because this pattern would turn out, or this stitch would turn out real pretty like this, but you could use just 2 different colors, and after each row of single crochet you change colors. That would look really pretty too. So when you come to the end, make sure you get that chain 3. Make sure you get your last single in that top of that chain 3. Now we're going to chain 3 again. So on the single crochet rows you chain 1. On the double crochet rows you chain 3. We're going to turn. Now this time, this is our double crochet to start with. And instead of starting with 2, this is the only one. And we're going to jump down here and we're going to put a front post double crochet down here. So that's the difference between the rows, so that we can offset the posts so that it looks real cool. So one row that you do is you're going to start and end with 2 doubles. One row you're going to start and end with 1 double. And that is the only difference, with single crochets in between. So you'll get this last one down here, and then you'll put your last double in this last stitch here. Okay? So then we're going to chain 1, and do our row of single crochet. I just want to make sure I explain this properly, and then I'll let you guys go make your big piece and we'll meet back up. And remember, don't forget about that chain 3 down here. You want to put your last single crochet in the top of that chain 3. And then you're going to chain 3, and now this row we're going to start with the 2. And the good way to remember is just by seeing where these posts are. So you know you're not going to work here, so you want to put another double crochet. So now you're starting with your 2, and then you jump over here and do your post. So that's what you want to look for too, is you're working in between the posts that from the previous. So you'll always grab the next post in between these posts that you did last time. No matter what row you're doing on the double crochet rows, that's how it'll be. You'll be working in between the previous posts that you worked. So now here we are. We're going to finish with, well, we're going to try. You got 2 double crochets at the end here. Oh. So now you'll do your single crochet row, and then you'll do your start and end with 1. Single crochet, start and end with 2. So that's all you're going to repeat. And then you're going to make your big piece to 9.5 inches. Or as big or as small as you want. It's up to you. And we'll meet back and we will make the flap. We will put it together on the sides. We'll put the button on, and I'll put the little accent on, and we will be done. So I'll meet you back. Okay, once you have your big piece made, we're going to make the flap first. And then we're going to go around the whole thing. So, and you want to end on a single crochet row. You want the last row you do to be a single crochet row. Okay? So, now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2. Well, I'm going to try. I'm having these issues today, you guys. So, we're going to chain 2. And we're going to turn our work so that we're facing it. We're going to do half double crochet together. So you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and then in the next one you're going to pull up a loop. You'll have 4. You'll pull through all 4. We're going to do that one more time. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop. Now don't yarn over, go into the next one, pull up a loop. You've got 4, pull through all 4. Now you're just going to half double all the way across. And instead of starting and stopping the video, we're just going to do this together for now. Because it's not real big of a project. I'm trying to make sure the lighting in my room is good for these videos too. So I hope that it's turning out well for you guys. Okay, once you make it down to the end, we're going to chain 2 and we're going to turn our work. Now we're going to start with half double crochets, and we are going to work down until we have 4 stitches left. You guys, my dog is chewing his bone like right outside my door, and it's driving me nuts. Well, So just half double all the way down until you get to where you have 4 stitches left. So I have 4 stitches. So we're going to do what we did at the beginning of the last row. We're going to do 2 half doubles together in a row. And now we're going to chain 2 and we're going to turn our work. So this one side is coming in. Well, but the other side is not. This is how we're going to make it asymmetrical. So now we're going to do the same thing. This time we're starting with it. We're putting 2 together twice. Okay? And now we're just going to half double the rest of the way down. This is a heavy yarn with this stitch. Like, it is pretty dense. Makes the material very heavy. But I think that makes for a really nice bag. I really wish my table was bigger. That's what I wish. It would probably help tons. That'll be my next investment, a bigger table for my room. Okay, chain 2, turn your work, and I'm going to fold this up so that it's not hanging. Now we're going to do the same thing that we did on the other row when we came back. We're just going to start with half doubles. You're going to work your way down until you have 4 stitches left. And it came unfolded anyways. It's moving around too much. So it's half double down. Half double down. Until we have 4 stitches left. Now remember, this is starting to pull over, so you have to really make sure you're looking at the stitches, because this is coming over this way. So I have 4 stitches left, and I'm going to put 2 together twice. Okay, now we're going to chain 2. We're going to turn our work. We are going to put 2 together 1 time this time. Now we're going to half double our way down. Now we're going to do a little bit of an outline, so don't worry about it looking weird while we're doing this part. Because once we put the outline on it, or the border, if that's what you want to call it, it'll clean this all up. Chain 2, turn. Now we're going to half double till there's 2 stitches left. So I have 3. I'm going to do 1 more. Now I have 2 stitches left. So we're going to put them together. Okay, now I'm going to take a look at this. So I'm going to fold it in half where we ended. You can kind of see where you ended, because this is where we're at. And I'm going to fold this over. Now see how cute that's going to be? And I'm going to put a little button right over here. But we're going to go just a little bit taller. So we're going to chain 2. We're going to put 2 together. Just 1 time now. we are going to half double to the end. This design here would make a really cute, like with black. I think that would be adorable. Now we're going to chain 2 again, turn our work, and now we're going to half double down till there's 2 stitches left. Okay, I'm going to put this together. I'm trying to decide if I want to bring it to a point or if I just want, because I kind of want it to have a flat edge like it's having here. I'd rather do that than have, I'm kind of half designing this as I go, and I had an idea of what I wanted to do anyways, but I kind of knew I didn't want this to come to a point because I want it to be a little different. I'm different. I like doing things different. So what I think we're going to do is just do a row. Go ahead and chain 2. And we're just going to put 1 row of half double crochets across. Just to give it that last row of length, because I like the width of it right now. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do some single crochets around the whole thing. So we're going to go down here, we're going to come across, we're going to come up this way, and then we're going to come around and meet back up. So going down these sides, we're just going to get in where we can fit in. So we're going to chain 1, and I'm going to start right here where we ended. And then I'm just going to find spots to put a single crochet in and just space them out evenly. That's all you have to do, is just find somewhere to stick them, space them out evenly. So do that until we get down here, and I'll meet you when we get down there. Okay, when you're coming up to this first corner down here, I'm going to put 1 more in here, and then we're going to jump over here to the corner stitch, and I'm going to put 2 single crochets in the corner. Now some projects you would put 3, but I don't want to like a hard corner, but I also don't want it to pull. So in each corner, you're going to put 2 single crochets in each corner. And then you're just going to single crochet your way down across this bottom part. So see, it's not a real rough, you know, spot on square corner. It just kind of rounds it a little bit and gives it, oop, I'm trying to do a half double. I'm just going to go across the bottom here with you guys and do the other corner, and then we're in the home stretch now. But it didn't take too long, did it? It's a nice quick project. I mean, it could even make a nice gift, I think. I know some little girls that are gonna love this bag. Okay, when you come up to this corner, you're gonna have to work in that chain 3 that's here. So just go in there and put 2 single crochets. And now you're going to come up this side. You're going to do the same thing you did on this side. Just evenly space out some single crochets all the way along. And then you just want to follow this around doing single crochets. And then you're going to put 2 in this corner. And then I'll meet you when we are coming up to the end here. Okay, now you see how much better this looks with having the border on there. So now when you come around, there should be 1 stitch left before your chain, and you're going to go ahead and put those 2 single crochets in there. And then you're going to slip stitch in that first single that where we started. And now you can tie off. Now, for some reason, mine is bubbling on one side, and I did them both the same. So make sure you're careful when you're putting those single crochets in, because it happens to everybody where something is just not right. But anyways, we're going to put this together inside out. So with this facing you, fold it in half to where we start, where your hat, you know, where we started the flap. And you can kind of tell that by where this curve is, because that's where it started coming in. So you want to kind of match it up with the bottom of that curve right here. So, and I'm going to cut this off because I crocheted it in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our yarn and hook, and we're going to put a slip knot on our hook. And right here where we're starting is you're going to go in 1 stitch. Just try to find the right area where you want. Let's take a look at it and see what matches up good. And I'm going to go right here, and then I'm going to try and find the corner over here and go in there. Grab your yarn, and we're going to pull it through both and slip stitch it. Get that out of the way. And then just what you're going to do all the way down is match up your stitches and slip stitch your way down. Just, you know, as you're going, you'll probably be able to just see it and go through both stitches. But take your time. There's no rush. I'm just doing this one side with you guys, and then we'll split up and finish the other side and go from there. Okay, now that was my last stitch, but this is what I like to do. There's like a corner thing here, like one of the posts, and I go through there also and do one last slip stitch, and then you can tie off. And we're gonna do the same thing that we just did on the other side, but we're gonna start at the bottom so that we can work this way. I mean, I suppose you could turn it this way and work, but it's kind of awkward. But it's however you want to do it, whatever you're comfortable with. So just do the other side, and then we'll meet back and finish this up together. Okay, I sewed in my ends too, other than this one, but for the sides I did. And in my infinite wisdom, mine is a little crooked and I'm not happy about it. But, you know, I'm giving this to little girls to play with, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. But we're going to flip this right side out now. And just make sure you press out your corners down here so that it comes out, but then you've got a real cool side to it. It looks kind of cool, especially with the different colors like that. That's pretty cool. But then you're gonna fold this flap down, and you're going to sew your, it doesn't look too bad though, even though I messed it up, but you're gonna sew your button on somewhere in the realm of there, and you can use these gaps as your buttonhole. That's why I did half double crochet. So just make sure you line it up. Now when I put buttons and stuff on, I use embroidery floss and the biggest needle that I can. This one's obviously pretty small, but I'll put mine somewhere in this area, and then it'll just go through the gap. Well, it's supposed to at least. See, it'll just go through the gap, and then it'll sit there real pretty. And then I'm going to hang this off the side. Now, you can put a handle on it if you want to. I haven't really decided if I want a handle or not. If I do a handle, it'll probably be a corded handle. Just a little cord. Not one of those big thick ones because it's a small bag, but I haven't decided yet. I will decide, because even if I do it, it's going to be just a small, like, hand-held handle. Nothing to put over your shoulder or anything. But I haven't decided that yet, because it is just a clutch, and it does look pretty cute like this. And I'll get everything attached and take a good picture. Just let me take a second to say, if you're new to my channel or you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can see every video that I post when I post it, and we can just have all kinds of fun together. I mean, what's better than that? And if you liked this project and you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that very, very much. If you have any questions or just any comments, go ahead and leave it in the comments section below, and I would appreciate that. So, other than that, I would love to see your guys' work. I have a Facebook group under the same name, Curiosity Crochet, and I'd love for you guys to post your work. Anything you're making with me would be fun to see. So, keep that in mind. And, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.